Okay. So I'm coming by here very lightly. And I wanted to use my dry erase board, but for some reason I cannot find my freaking dry erase pens. So I'm going to utilize what I have to talk about what I want to talk about. So I get so many emails, and I'm doing this because I promised I would do this weeks ago. But I've been so busy. Even today, I just got so much else to do. But anyway, so I've been up since like 9 a.m., honey. I went to sleep at like maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. So, bitch, yeah, I only had like 4 hours sleep. But anyway, so people have asked me from time to time, Mystic, if I'm doing work on someone, why can't I interact with them? Or, I'm going to hang around with the streets and I'm going to be in the streets. I'm going to run the streets. I'm going to be that baller type, B style type of B. And I want to have better plans, or I want a brighter future for myself. I want to be the boss bitch that I know I am, but all my friends are basic as fuck. They're whack as fuck and they ain't got no goals. So how is this affecting me? Because I was told that it wouldn't even matter what I'm doing on the outside because my magic deal with what's on the inside. And in this video, I'm hoping with my illustration, my chicken scratch motherfucking handwriting. Oh, come on in here. And the help of with a Taoist chart. Oh, come on in here. We can go over how and why these energies affect you and why it's so important to always stay in a raw state. And a raw state is like sober, if you don't know. That means nothing in you, no drink, no whatever it is, whatever you got to do. Because, of course, I think that Lexapro, Zoloft, Seroquel, I think these are all considered narcotics as well. Because if you have them on you and they're not prescribed to you, bitch, your ass going to motherfucking jail. And you might be going to motherfucking prison. Depends on what the dosage and what you got. But in the raw state, maintain that energy. What I'm trying to say. Fuck that. Your energy needs to be as high as possible in its most natural state. No influences, no alcohol, nothing that's going to influence you to have that type of, let's say, outburst of energy. Let's say false sense of excitement, false sense of positive energy. Because when you're high, you're drunk, bitch. You feel like you're positive. You feel like you're doing shit when you're really not. Anyway, so of course, like I said, there's a chart which you can find online. If you're on my Instagram, Two Spirit Mystic, you will see this chart. But there's a chart that starts out. And like I said, I'm going to show you kind of like chicken scratches. Come on, Melly, how you doing? Okay, you're probably not going to see that. But there's a chart. Basically, the bottom half, we call that the alpha state, right? And the upper half, we call the omega state. So the beginning and the end. The lower and the supreme, the servant and the god or goddess, the servant, the peasant, the basic, or the king and motherfucking queen. So in this chart, it illustrates you in your alpha state or you in your alpha position. Okay. And then it also shows you getting into the omega state. Now, beyond a certain point, obviously, we don't know what that point is like because being a human, there's only so much you could experience. But going into like shame and guilt, regret, these are all alpha state traits. Okay. These are all alpha states as far as energy goes. State of consciousness. Okay. So when you start getting into pride and you start getting into being neutral, and I call that the gray people, you're kind of in the middle. And in that section, we call it the getting by section. You're just getting by. And I think a lot of people are in that section because they don't believe in what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that's why I always say that. They don't believe in, I'm going to be positive for everything. I'm only going to be positive when it comes to certain things. I'm about equality for certain things, but not for everyone. And it's like, bitch, well, that's kind of an oxymoron because equality is equality. There's not equality. I want to get equality only for Christian people. I want to get equality only for the Jewish or the Muslim people. Like, bitch, equality is equality. So going into the higher levels like willingness, acceptance, love, and enlightenment, Bitch, now you're getting into the omega. You're in the beginning stages of the omega consciousness, also known as the pure Tao consciousness. Complete Zen, you're at peace. And I also call this the area where you master self discipline. So you have a lot of people that are out here misleading people, whether they are conscious, not conscious, spiritual, non spiritual, celebrity, non celebrity. And they have people being comfortable with the getting by section, right? That area, that yellowish greenish area, because in order for you to go into the heart chakra, you have to work past that. Okay. And that's where you find ego too, right? And of course, everybody has a motherfucking ego. The term egotistical, I know we talked about this before, but the term egotistical has been misused, it's been cut up and diced up and put into what it wants to be put into. But you have three essence in one being, right? That has been identified. Just lightly, we're not going to go over this too much. You have the primal, you have the ego, and you have the higher. Okay. So just flat out, you have the ego, which is a part of the lower stuff, and you have the higher, which is part of the higher stuff, and you have the primo, which is the midway thing, which is the midway energy that syncs you with your animalistic qualities. We could say that. Okay. And it may even be primo, ego, higher self. But either way, it's the linkage between you and your animalistic, your natural state of being. And that side of you that also make you do some fucked up ass shit to people. But anyway, a lot of people live in that state of being, but they out here have y'all thinking that I'm in a higher, I'm a high. Anyway, I get tired of saying that shit over and over again. But anyway, so in this process, once you become enlightened and you become awakened or conscious, there's a process of extension that happens. And in this process of extension, you are actually, well, before you decide to make that step, you're actually neutral. You're in between both, and you're seeing both aspects. You're seeing the raw side of you, your natural nature, your animalistic side, and then you're also seeing the God and goddess in you, the domestication aspect of you. And I tell people this. I think about this like in the animal kingdom. I think about this because humans, mammals are part of the animal kingdom. I think about dogs like wolves, right? They were wolves, they were wild. And I don't think that dogs are the exact descendants of wolves. Obviously, there's things that are in between that, but still, they have a good linkage to them. Especially like, could you imagine he was being related to a damn wolf? I mean, come on now, come on now. So I think of it in this aspect that dogs were once wolves. They were wild. They were attacking people. They saw a human being. They'll howl and attack your ass. And something happened, and they could talk about what that was. I won't go into that, where they became domesticated. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bitch. Y'all can't see me, honey. It's that damn light in the damn camera. Girl, listen, I love these Logitech cameras, y'all, but I don't. Let's say we could do that. We could do that. Okay. So in the process of this search of enlightenment, like I said, you reach a neutral state of being where you sit off. You see hate, you see love. You understand that hate is love. You understand there's a thin line between love and hate. I always want to say 10 teens, but damn, y'all, this don't do daytime videos. You see that? You see that? I'm usually busy, or you got to fight with the motherfucking sun. So anyway, to reach a state of consciousness or a state of enlightenment, you have to basically rise away from your lower self. And as I said before, going into wanting sympathy for, well, look at me because I'm a descendant of a slave. And not, I'm just using that as an example. But you're wanting to be in that sympathetic guilt trip type of state. You're not in that state of enlightenment, and you're just holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back, and people like you back, right? You're not reaching your higher self. You're not doing what your higher self is capable of doing. And we're not gonna make this video on because I'm not gonna be holding this book up like that. We're not doing that, honey. I got things I gotta do. But anyway, so yeah, so like I said, going into that, somebody came up about maybe 3 weeks ago, and they were like, well, how's this gonna work out? And I want to do work. And I told them, each time we do work, it seems like the people that you want to do work on, fuck it. Each time we do work, it seems like the people that you want to do work on, they are always in the motherfucking mix. And they pop up and they want to hang out and they want to, hey, let me, hey, can I come? And Of course, you allow them, but it's like, girl, do you not see that that is a spiritual distraction? Do you not see that this person knows what you're doing? They know when you're spiritually vulnerable, which is a sign that you to cut that shit out. But they only make themselves, they want to come around. Everybody want to come around when you're doing when you're getting yourself spiritually together. Like, have you not noticed that? This is where we say the universe will always test you. Life is about tests, trials, and tribulations. Okay, you're always going to go through experiences that are going to reveal different aspects about yourself and the people you're dealing with, and whatever comes up, you have to believe that. But some people, like you said, they want to hold on to things that serve them no good, and they wonder why their life is sour and things are not going good. And I want to do work on this, I want to do work on that. It starts with you. Okay, it starts with you. Where is your level of consciousness at? Are you in the guilt trip? Are you in the shameful aspect of your involvement? Are you in the neutral? Are you in the fear, pride? You know, because fear is lower than pride, but still low. Pride is still low too. But where's your level of consciousness at? And this will explain a lot about how, when, and why things are not working for you. You can buy all the crystals, you can buy all the stones, you can buy all the oils. But once again, these things are meant to enhance what's already there, bitch. It's like putting makeup on a motherfucking pig and all of a sudden the pig look like a beautiful woman. Like, bitch, you think anyway, that's what it's about. So these items are meant to enhance what's there, not to add something that's completely not there. Same thing with energy work. You're there to put in what's there. Because I know someone asked about this too. They were like, well, there's people that became instant millionaires and they maintained that. If you can only manifest through magic $1 million if you already had $1 million, then what about those people? And I tell people this: love and money is on the same frequency. That's why people try to say for the love of money, and money is the root of all evil. Love is too. People have killed for money or for love. People have done some stupid shit for love. I'm sure a lot of you have. So I'm like, yeah, it goes hand in hand. But love is a frequency, right? And past the consciousness of love, because let's say love was a consciousness, it is. But let's say for layman's perspective, love is a consciousness, hate is a consciousness, envy is a consciousness, all of the good stuff. Beyond the consciousness of love, you have acceptance and you have willingness. That means willing to sacrifice, willing to give up things that are going to suit you, that's going to work out for you in the long run. And that's how those people managed to get that money. They got that money, they manifest that money, they got all things they desired because they moved past, they moved up in that chart, they moved past the level of fighting with itself. And I'm not good to have money. I grew up poor, I grew up homeless. I'm never gonna get it. I was meant to have it. My mama was a crackhead, so she died. Like, they moved past that point. And it pushed their energy or their consciousness into another field, energy field or magnetic field, and things started coming their way. Some of them even effortlessly. So the reason why you're stuck and you haven't got that is because your consciousness is not there. And that's why I said, going into this, people who only want money, people have come to me for money rituals more. They've come through for protection. They come to me more for money rituals than they have come for love for themselves, healing of themselves, getting rid of generational curses. And listening to them and seeing those experiences, you know, and just the fact that that's how a lot of people get down, I'm just like, damn. So if you're trying to get $1,000, if you never had that, you don't know what that frequency feels like. So this is why I say, in order for you to try to manifest $50,000, you know, slowly work your way up in there and see how you manage $5,000. If you could get $5,000 and you could blow $5,000 like that, then you're probably not going to be ready when you get $50,000, right? Same thing with if you're not used to having anything over 100 in your pocket. As soon as you get that money, you're going to blow it. So God forbid if you're doing that with $100, you can't make $100 stretch. What would happen if somebody give you a check for $100,000? Oh, I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it up. Bitch, you a damn lie. You're going to do the exact same shit you're doing now with your $1,000. You're going to be doing with that money. Exact same thing. So it's a mentality, but it's also a consciousness. So yes, you could win the lotto without having ever owned anything over $1,000. But what have you done with $1,000 that you already had? What was your consciousness at with that? And that's what it comes down to. So, like I said, you want to always be in that state of enlightenment. And the state of enlightenment is saying, bitch, I know enough, but I don't know everything. And I'm open enough and willing enough to learn more. You know, you're stuck in your ways and you're setting your ways, bitch. Like I said, that's very basic, very low. And bitch, you're not gonna get the fulfilled life. You're gonna just be existing. You're not gonna be living, honey. You're going to be just existing. So it's about opening yourself up to possibilities and new opportunities and say, bitch, you're going to take it for what it is. So I tell you, a lot of these people out here, and we won't mention no names, but they've even come to me, or people who are like them have come to me and they've said, you know, I'm trying to do this, and that, and this, and that. I want to do this, and that. Let's sign to this, and I want to do this, so we're gonna do work on this. And getting to know them personally, I'm like, girl, it's not gonna work out for you because you're too much into, I don't want to work with fat people. I don't want to work with people who don't know what it's like to be a black woman. I don't want to know what it's like. And we're talking about professionally, y'all. We're not talking about who you choose to give your money to. We're talking about professionally. We're talking about there's a white man that owns a record label. Let's just say this. He owns a record label. He's connected to producers, mixers, all that good stuff. And because you don't mess with white people, I can't do it. I'm gonna deal with the people who look like me, even though they don't really got connections like that. And if they do, bitch, they're gonna want to fucking suck me before they do it. Anyway, you're like, I'm not doing that because I don't fuck with white people. Bitch, you shutting your blessings off. So that's what I mean, that perspective. Open your mind up to say, bitch, there's possibilities beyond this. And it is because you don't know. You don't know what, a simple high and buy is gonna do. Bitch, like I said, I give you examples of how a simple high and buy turned out great for me. Anyway, come on in here, Blanca. How you doing, Pigs? Yes, honey. How you doing, Larry? Come on here, Trisha Hart. Yes, honey. Hey, Sierra Brouchard. I love that name, honey. I love these little French names, honey. Yes, honey. Life will test you. You and I have failed a few times. I know that's right. Oh, you say yes and I. Do you mean you and I or yes and I? We all have failed. We all have failed. But see, this is where it's about becoming conscious. See, you made these failures when you didn't know. You didn't know better, so you didn't do better, right? But when you knew better, or you became awakened to an idea or a different level of consciousness, all of a sudden it's wow, I never looked at it from that perspective. And I tell people that, like, you know your life, and that's why I tell people, like, magic is not for lazy people. Magic is not for people who are not willing to sacrifice and put in the work. I've had people that come to me and it's like, magic don't work. I've been doing the same shit for 2 years and that ain't working out. And oh my God. And I tell them flat out, look at the patterns that you are involved in. Bitch, a good example is, as I tell people, you shouldn't stay with a woman or a man because the dick is nice or the vagina is nice or they're attractive. You shouldn't stay with a person for that reason. Even going into, being friends with people, you shouldn't be with friends. You shouldn't be friends with people just because of what they can do for you materialistically. Like when it comes to support is needed spiritually. And that's how I learned, and I say as I got older, as if I'm this 40-year-old, 35-year-old, 50-year-old person. But bitch, I've lived a very fast life being young. And what I've learned the older that I'm getting is that if people cannot provide for themselves, they sure in the hell cannot provide for you as a friend, right? But also going into that, if it's always about them, then that's how your friendship is going to be. It's always going to be me, me, me. What can you do for me? How can I help me? Me, me, me. And it's like, girl, you can't even help yourself. Like, we all know that everybody become business associates with, that's just how we are. We work with companies for what they can do for us. We become friends with people for what they can do for us. But at least you're gonna meet them halfway. At least with me, especially with me too. At least meet me motherfucking halfway. Okay. At least meet me half motherfucking way. I don't want to pull dead weight. And if it comes down to that, then bitch, I'm gonna cut you off. And I'm not gonna think twice about it. So that's why I said I'm constantly in that state of reevaluating and looking around people that I'm associated with, if I'm associated with anyone, and just like, well, what have they done for me? What have they done for me mentally, spiritually, or emotionally? Just something to think about. So a lot of people are saying they get stuck in the same patterns because they feel like they need someone. Like, I need this man because, a good example, we have kids with this man. I need this man because he bought me my first apartment. I need this man because blah, 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 blah. But in reality, maybe he was meant to give you that first apartment, you guys in your relationship, and you enjoy your new apartment with your new lover. Like, he doesn't have control over the will, and you don't either. You can help create it, and as one of my teachers said back in the day, if it's in your chart to have an accident, or if it's in your chart to have, let's say, cancer. And when I say chart, I mean like your life chart, right? And if it's meant for you to have cancer, now you could dictate exactly how you're going to experience that cancer. Is it going to be for one day? Is it going to be for 2 days? Are you going to go through the actual treatment, chemo treatment, or are you going to just give up, right? You could determine those things, right? But you cannot completely erase the cancer situation out of your chart, okay? And that's with anything. You cannot determine, oh, I'm gonna stay here forever. You could definitely dictate how you're gonna go out, but definitely if you're meant to go out by falling off a cliff, you can probably slow that down and say, bitch, when I fall off the cliff, I want to slowly fall off. I want to land and then give myself some. I mean, like I said, you could design that. You are a part of the creation, but you don't create all things. And that's why I kind of laugh at people who are out here, saying that they're part of powerful lineages and, witch lines and bloodlines of witches, but yet they live at a basic level. Like, your perspective should be different from those who are, of the world. You should be in a higher frequency. You should know bullshit before it comes. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they obviously don't know bullshit before it comes, because some people have had children with this bullshit. Some people have built business partnerships with this bullshit. Some people have, served time behind bars by bullshit. So, like I said, that's what it comes down to. And even going into it's deeper, being that we're currently doing classes on higher thinking, higher frequencies. Come on in here. Because we're currently doing classes on that, let's talk about it. You have different planes of origins or different dimensions or realities, right? That are constantly playing in with each other. And as they were saying, like, the Mandela effect is possibly one world merging into another world, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, whatever that may be, because we don't know, right? We're not a part of that. We're designed to do what we do. We sometimes have the ability to get glance of other programs or how other things run down, but we can't control that. We can't stop that, right? That's why I'm not into that conspiracy bullshit. Because, bitch, if a planet was hitting this Earth, what you gonna do about it? If there was two suns in the sky and one just start falling out, and like, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna stress out the whole time? Oh my god, oh my god! And then once again, going into fear. Fear is a part of the alpha state of consciousness. So now you've lived in this state of fear up until this so-called sun crashed into Earth or whatever. And now when you do go on to the other plane or your other state of existence, bitch, now you're going to be stuck there doing the exact same fuckery shit that you've done here. And you're going to probably have the same exact experiences as well, because you're pulling these things with you. The levels of consciousness that we experience, or the levels of consciousness that we're at, right? Because living is experiencing, but the level of consciousness that we're at will dictate the level of consciousness that will be attracted to us personally. So that's why I say, if you're always attracting bummy ass people, then pay attention to you. What you got going on that's a little bummy. Oh, but anyway, we're going into these planes. So, these are the sources of light. And we have the stories about, like, the fallen angels mating, the Nephilims mating with the daughter of mans and shit. But you don't really hear about these stories, these other stories publicly. And that's why I was telling, like, one of my people, we had a conversation maybe a week ago, how there are stories that are part of the mysteries, right? We'll just call it the mysteries, that seep out and leak out into mainstream, and they'll sugarcoat it with something. That's why I'm really excited about the Summons of Conjure class, because in that class, we're talking about a spirit known as the Slender Man, that, and that's just one of the spirits we're going to go over, that people have labeled it the slender man and have made this being evil and stuff. And I'm just like, that's just so crazy to me how things seeps into that. Like even a lot of the horror movies we watch and shit, and the it, Pennywise and Freddy Krueger, like it's so crazy how a lot of these stuff comes from knowledge that has been written many, 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 many years ago. And people have somehow seeped it into the public, and instead of them giving it out the way that it is, they add shit on. And I think about that with these conspiracy videos too, where they be like, girl, she's a part of that, and she did, and they abused her, and that's a breakdown, and she's a robot, and they have to mind control her first. That's why Britney shaved her head off. Like that bullshit right there. Because bitch, you on the mind control too. You don't like black people. You don't like white people. You don't like fat people. You don't like skinny people. You don't want to become a vegan. You don't feel like, bitch, you love watching TV. You love going grocery shop, bitch. Those are all traits of mind control. Okay. Even going into like being followers and stuff, which we talked about. Like people would say, we were just talking about this and I forgot what it was, but we brought up something that people say a lot. Babies having babies as if it's something new. And everybody's saying that. Oh, girl, this world has just gone crazy. Babies have babies. Even crime and stuff. A lot of people don't know that. There was more crimes like kidnapping, murderers going on in the 40s, 50s, and 60s than it is going now. But now we have social media that helps put it out there. So we're like, damn, I remember back in the day, we weren't hearing of these crimes. Yeah, bitch, because you wasn't living in Chicago. So before YouTube, Facebook, Instagram came about, you didn't hear about no Chicago news unless you lived in Chicago. But now, bitch, you hear about the man over there in Chicago? Because if we were only dealing with our local news, the world still would not be as bad as it was, like you said, back in that day. Even going into my town, and we talk about their spirits being over it. People are like, girl, this town is worse. It's in the top 10. To be honest with you, I don't see it no same because I'm a historian, bitch. I like looking up the history of shit. And for what I saw back in the 60s and 70s, bitch, there was a lot of shady shit going on. I think back, matter of fact, in 1957, there was oh shit, we going back even deeper now. But we had the highway, what was it? The highway serial killer where he was going all up and down 99, killing people and shit. Highway Freak Show or something like that. I can't remember. Y'all can look it up now. The story of the Unabomber who was going around here killing all the Cambodian refugees and stuff. Yes, girl, 89 killed 89 in my city. So anyway, even going into like the guy who went from Frisco, came to my city, broad daylight, y'all, like 1957, shot both of the clerks and took two of the teenage girls as hostages to San Francisco, bitch. I don't know for what reason. Obviously, there was some type of tea there, bitch. But you know what I just got an idea about something. But like I said, there's a lot of shit that always went on, and people just how the world is getting bad. It's always been bad, bitch. This world is not of God. This is not of a higher thinking. That's why you fell from grace. If this world was meant to be good, you wouldn't have fell from grace, bitch. You would have woke up to something. Come on in here. But a lot of y'all trying to bring heaven into hell, and it's not gonna work. And that's where these anxieties are coming from, I think. These stressings and, oh my God, and yeah, you're giving yourself anxiety. You're giving yourself all these little issues, depression, because you're trying to alter a realm that you're not even from. You're in this realm for a particular reason. And like I said, in the art, in the necromancy class, we're currently going over these planes and how to access them, where we go into, spirits that came in from other places and manifested into other things and did certain things. And that's why you got a lot of weird shit going on in this dimension right now. You had a lot of shit that was going on anyway, but now it's coming to the light because, of course, we're waking up, we're seeing things how it should be. And I would say the worlds are starting to merge together. But of course, not for long. It's a temporary thing. Anyway, we'll talk about that in 2020. Anyway, honey, come on in here playing care. Yes, honey. Melly, 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 Melly. Listen, and I can control your imagination. So fays are mischievous. Not all of them. So in the class, Magica, La Magica of Phase, honey, we go over all that good stuff. Okay. I know y'all be trying to get me to give y'all little teasers in these public forums and stuff, honey, but I can and I won't. I think that a lot of people don't really appreciate knowledge when it's for free. And I always say this, I don't think people appreciate it. I think that when it's free, people take it with a grain of salt. When you pay for it, honey, you really gonna be paying attention like. So going into that, fairies are just as mischievous as humans are. Let's talk about it. There's a duality to everything. You have good and evil, tall and skinny, or excuse me, skinny and fat, short and tall, black and white. You know, that's why people are like, why is it always about black and white, never about Hispanic or Asian? Because, bitch, black and white is about the duality. I mean, let's just talk about it right there. It's about duality, and of course, Asians could be classified as white, as well as Hispanics could be classified as white, as well as Hispanics could be classified as black, as well as Hispanics could be classified as, or Asians could be classified as black. It just depends on those roots. But like I said, that's why it's always about fat and skinny, nothing's in between. It's always about tall or short, nothing's in between. Oh, girl, you medium height. Okay, so if 5'10" is tall and 5'8" is short. So that means that we are, I mean, excuse me. Yeah, if 5'10" is tall and 5'8" is short. So that means that 5'9" is medium. So there's only one fucking inch that is medium in height. Like, you know, like if 16 is plus size and no, excuse me, if 12 is plus size and 9 is small, then what is 10 and 11? Like, I don't think people think about that. So, of course, like I said, the laws of polarity is one of the universal laws that play heavy in this realm. So, fairies are just as mischievous and shady and sneaky as humans. But of course, not all humans are shaky or shady. And in that class, we're also going to go over that too, because people want you to think that race is just an illusion, which it is, physically speaking. Or all black people should be together, all white people should be together, not knowing that there's different races amongst the blacks and there's different races amongst the whites, or we would say there's different species among the blacks and species amongst the whites. Because I also want to tell people say that white people are DNA specimens of black folks. Like I said before, black people didn't look like us thousands years ago. I don't care what nobody say. And white people don't look the way white people look right now either. I don't care what anybody say. Bitch, something happened in the atmosphere, which is a scientifically proven thing that actually altered not only the hue of things, but the physical characteristics of these things. So, bitch, your black ancestor could have looked like a damn tree, a willow tree. You don't know. Something came in, changed that fucking cellulose and reconstructed some shit, bitch, and now the tree turned into a tall black man. Like, girl, you don't know. You don't know how that go. So of course, like I said, to keep you trapped and stuck, you know, oh, well, you're in the third dimension, but we want to only keep you focused on what you got going on right now within these 100 years. It'll be amazing to see what's going to happen within the next 200 years when we're right now, what we see right now, this frequency we see right now, it'll be amazing. Y'all, I got my little humidifier going on with a lot of peppermint oil, bitch. That shit is hitting me. The girl, when I take peppermint oil, opens up everything. Girl. Okay. So it's about consciousness. It's about your level of evolvement. And like I said, some of you motherfuckers are basic as hell because you come from basicness. Yeah, we gonna keep it at that. People think, well, I'm a lineage witch because my grandmama was a witch. Well, who did your grandmama come from, and who did her mama come from? Are you, I mean, just to kind of throw it out there, are you part Nephilim and part human? Are you part elf and part human? Are you part dog and part human? Like, who knows how that go? Like, you don't know, I don't know, we don't know. But that's why I said everybody is different. If you put features together, if you were to categorize people based off of features and features only, you would see a whole mix of people in each group. You would see dark skin, light skin, white, black, Hispanic. And you would see everybody in that group because there's a lot of black folks that look like white folks that feature white people. And let's say, yeah, they got very European centric features. Bitch, you sound like a fool. You sound like the slave owners that you're trying to run from, bitch. Wake up. I need to have a bell. I think that's going to be my new thing. ringing a bell. Wake up. Every time I come on, read that bell first, bitch. Hello? If you're still asleep, bitch, click off the channel. This is not for you. If you're still asleep, if you're unaware and don't really care, oh shit. If you're unaware and don't really care, click off this motherfucking channel. Because you're gonna say, what? Huh? What? That don't make sense. What are you saying? That don't sound right. I can give an example, but I don't feel like being shady today. Come on here, pretty day sis. How you doing? Yes, honey. I need to come to your classes. I'll be missing all of your good stuff. I know that's right, Tracy, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to get it, Tracy. Because we can't do it in these chats like that. I'm gonna use these chats as an opportunity to help people see, to help, how would I say it? Lead you to the library. But I can lead you into the library, but I can't force you to read. Okay. So I'm letting you know, baby, I'm willing to help you once we get into the library, help you to study what you need to study. That's all I'm saying. I cannot make you study. I cannot throw the book at you. I can say, get out, because the library is open to everybody. But I'm telling you, I'm willing to help you study. I'm willing to help you get the information you need and to apply it to your life. And that's what I tell people. When they come to my classes, definitely utilize your one-on-one time. A lot of people don't. They be like, I don't really care about that. Let me see the next class. Let me see that. And I'm just like, have you absorbed what you read? Have you absorbed what was presented to you? If you have not, then of course you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. Please, please, please get the information and then say, hey, who, e. And depending on your level of evolving, I'm gonna say, well, listen, you could blah, 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 blah. There's something that you can get with references that cost $800 on Amazon and or on blah, 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 because there's another site which we won't talk about on here. But you go there, you can get this book. It's some coin, but it got some good shit up in there. And there you go. But like I said, that depends on your level of readiness. If you're not ready for that, bitch, we ain't doing it. I sent out some packages of people, just a little side note, and I put little protection sigils and words. And one of the people, they're very wanting to know, and I love that. That's a good trait. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. And she kept saying, what is this sigil and what is this name? I want to know them the name. And at first I kind of ignored it because I want to see how long this is going to go for. But yeah, she literally texted me. She literally emailed me for 2 weeks asking. And I'm just like, fuck it. It was meant to blah, 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 blah. But to go over the name and all stuff, we're not going to do that because, of course, working with those spirits, if you're not ready, will fuck you up. And I'm not trying to be the reason for that. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of people out there don't really care. They just want to put shit out there as long as it's making them $1, even in books and stuff. And I'm telling you, I've bought books, $10 books, $30 books, $40 books. Some of them I kindly returned. Some of them I kindly kept, bitch, because when somebody said, well, I got that book. Oh, yeah, bitch. Well, let me tell you what this book ain't telling you. You can't do this on a Tuesday because that is the planet of Mars, and Mars, that energy that Mars possesses is the exact opposite of that energy. So this energy works best on this day. Those books don't tell you that. They have you thinking that you do what you want when you want to. And that's why I say there's a lot of spiritualists out there that are claiming to be lineage witches, but I think you're Google witches. I think you're Yuba and Google witches. I think you're Google and Uba witches. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we don't say Uba, Uba in the sense of, grand. Uber means like grand, like uber crazy. But we're going to say, bitch, you yeah, that's the type of witch you are. Oh, bitch, I don't go by that. Today, Monday, I can do any work I want. I don't give a fuck. Today, what? You said Thursday's only good for that day? Oh, bitch, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm going to do protection on this day. 3 years later. Hey, how's that protection work going? Well, I saw something happen, Mystic, but something else happened. But I think it happened because I let one of my friends come over. No, bitch, it happened because you're doing it all wrong, sis. You getting a $20 book, think you're gonna get $1 million results. Ain't no $20 investments to get $1 million. If that's the case, bitch, please send that over here. Ain't no $20 investment to get no damn $1 million back in return, bitch. We all jump on that. Come on in here. We can all jump on that. Ain't no, I'm going to get a $20 book that's going to give me $1 million worth of information. Now, we're going to say this on the flip side. If you're intelligent enough and you're experienced enough, because I'm not saying you're dumb if you're not experienced. I'm just saying, you have to experience some things. Once you become experienced, then there are basics of $10 books, $20 books, $5 books, $2 books. I bought a spiritual book for $3. It was a used Goodwill book, honey. I sure did. Come on in here. That $3 book, because I'm experienced with, let's say, planetary energies and the realms of the spirits and authorities and principalities and all sorts of good stuff. That book right there, I was able to take that and say, oh, well, this is what it's not telling me, because I never heard of that. But this is what it's not telling me. So I figured if this spirit is connected to Thursday as well, and Thursday is this is that, that's also the fourth day, fifth day of the week, blah, 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 the color associated is that. So I can also use those exact same principles and apply it to this type of work. And bam, bitch, I don't need the book no more. Next. And that's what it comes down to. So if you are experiencing, yeah, bitch, little basic shit work for you. It does if you are experienced. But if you're not experienced, those little $10, $2 books are doing work. They're doing more harm for you than they are good. I know a lot of people is going to piss them off. I'm sure, if a lot of these motherfuckers came across channel, they'll say, bitch, she fucking on my book sales. It is what it is, bitch. And same thing with these expensive ass books. If you're not experienced enough to get that $3,000 book, you're going to fuck yourself up too. Because a lot of people out here buying these voodoo books and black magic books, and they're scared of fucking flies. They're scared of flies. A lot of people out here getting these voodoo books and black magic books and don't even know how to work the magic that they naturally have and they naturally possess, whether it's red, gray, black, white, or motherfucking green. Oh, we can't forget blue. So you see that right there? Everybody thinks I'm a black witch, I'm a white witch. Well, where the blue witch is at? Where the red witch is at? Where the gray witch is at? Hello? Where they at? See how you get caught up in that bullshit right there? But I'm going to get this book because I'm into black magic because the white magic ain't working for me. And then, bitch, you do that shit and all of a sudden shit start going on with you. Like, oh my God, something's going on. And also, little do you know, and that's why I wanted to offer the necromancy class and these other classes that we're offering, each book deals with different planes of energy. If you're saying you have the ability to conjure up demons from these planes and these realities, you also have enough knowledge and experience to put the demons to rest that come from that plane that have made your life a living motherfucking hell. That's what I said before. You can have one without the other. You also cannot say that I'm a spiritual person, I'm spiritually inclined, I got it spiritually together, but you're using your physical mundane traits to try to get your ass by. Oh, have sympathy for me because I'm a woman. Have sympathy for me because I'm black. Have sympathy for me because I was born this and that. Bitch, those are things that actually put you in a place of power. Okay, that should empower you, not make you feel less than. You being a gay person, you being a Christian person, a Jewish person, you being fat, that should put you in a place of power because these are all levels of consciousness. And you being fat ain't gonna stop you from getting anything that you need in this fucking world. You being gay ain't gonna stop you neither. So that is something that should put you in a place of power. But instead, it's oh well, no, I gotta, oh well, I'm gonna use this for people to feel sorry for me. So I want to play off that sympathetic energy. And once again, we're talking about lower vibrations, lower frequencies, and lower state of consciousness. And I tell you, look it up. Look up vibrations and frequencies. Just Google it and go to images and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see as far as them breaking it down. Bitch, that old sympathy, oh, please, I need it. Nobody likes me. Bitch, nobody likes me either, but am I here to please people? Bitch, I'm only going to see y'all asses for 100 years. I'm going to see y'all for less than 115 years. Bitch, 115 is a small, bitch. I mean, like a bitch, I'm going to say this, compared to them saying that they think that this planet is 2.4 billion years old is this planet, this reality, this realm. 100 years, bitch, don't even put a dent in that. And you think that I'm supposed to care that you like me, or you want to be, or you don't want to be friends with me, or you don't like me because I shake my ass or I shake my titties. The day that I start to care about somebody who I'm only going to see for 100 years of my existence, I've been here, done that, and will continue to be here and do that. Bitch, is the day, bitch, that, bitch, it's a wrap. God, snap your fingers, blink your eyes, do some Kegels. Okay, hello, and make it all leave. Come on in here. Y'all ready for that? Come on in here. That's right, that girl Blanco. It opens the doors. That's right. If outside that, you're looking outside at the building, honey. Do I have books? No, I don't have books. I don't have books because I don't want two things. I don't want plagiarism to happen. And I also don't want people who don't motherfucking like me to get my information, try to use it and say, oh, that was mine. No, if you want the tea from me, then come to me and get the tea. How about that? How about that? If it's about money, honey, we can present a book to you, okay? Versus you get an actual copy where you have to go out and buy, honey. We can present the book to you if you want the book. See, I think those are ways to make money without giving you the whole tea. Because I took it all together. Books don't give you all the tea anyway. It'll give you the light stuff. Hi, in this book, How to Do. And you go on Amazon and Google, they're saying, this book empowered me. It changed my life. And I'm like, well, what did this $10 book do to these people to change their life? And then you get the $10 book, come from an experience perspective. And you're like, the same level of consciousness or the same level of knowledge that you got from this book is the same level of knowledge that you got in your real life, but you were too dumb. You were too focused on other stuff, too distracted to pay attention. So it took you to pay $10 to experience your own reality when you could have did it for free. That's why we offer classes. So once you take some of these classes, or the classes that suit you, and like I said, we're revising some of these classes. A lot of these classes are not like one-on-ones. You ask your questions. A lot of them are presented through slide. I want to make them live and stuff. Once you take these classes, you have a platform, a starting point, and now you can start exploring more things. And also some of my other classes lead into other stuff. So you say, oh my God, okay, wow. I got some hands-on training. I had questions. I didn't have to hold the book, close the book down and Google. Oh, well, what does this mean? I see the word right here, melancholy. What does that mean? Let's Google that. You don't have to worry about that. It's presented in the class, and one-on-one, I tell you, here we go. This is what this means. This means. This is how it's going to affect you. If you don't do this, I also try to tell people the warnings. Like, if you do not prepare yourself, do not expect results. And that even goes into this too, because we're going to tie this out on this, y'all. I got to go, y'all, literally in like 5 minutes. Okay. With oils, herbs, crystals, you have to charge these things to your frequency, to your level of consciousness. And as I tell people, a citrine stone does not bring you money if you're not ready to receive money. Come on in here. Okay. A serpentine stone does not give you any type of psychic ability or intuition if you don't already have that ability within you. Very similar to these books on psychic development and these websites on psychic development. If it's not already in you, it's not in you. Everybody is not psychic. Everybody have a sense of intuition or a hunch, but everybody don't have the ability to do readings for themselves and other people. That's why you have people that came out with little tools to help you, like tarot cards and spirit board shit, to help people who really don't have those abilities to tap into it naturally, right? So what you call that, imitation, duplication? Oh, come on in here. Okay, so with oils, it's so important to only, and this also go for casework too, only do the work when you're conscious about that energy. Okay, so if you're getting oil on love, you're getting oil on protection, you're getting oil on money, make sure that you're already in that state of consciousness. Because if you're not in that state of consciousness, you're going to do more harm for you than good. Because now you've opened the door, right? It's kind of like using sage to clear out spaces. And then you got to put something else to pull in the energy, because sage clear out all energy, good and bad, which people don't know that. If you burn sage every day and only sage every day, it will clear out everything that is around you, including the good stuff. Very similar to taking antibiotics. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. So going into that, that's how it works for magic as well. If you're not in that state of consciousness to attract things or to manifest love, because you don't have love for yourself, the love work you do is going to actually backfire and more than likely not come in the way that you want it, because you're not meeting that energy. And the same thing with these oils and these crystals. And I speak for my own because I use stuff from the earth. All my stuff is raw, it's natural. There's no synthetic scents or anything. You get my oils and it smells like blueberries, plums, apples, citrine, whatever it smells like. That's all natural, because of course I experimented and I said, well, if I mix that with that, oh my God, wait, that kind of smell like apple. What the hell is this? It's not even apple. So anyway, so all my shit has 100% natural ingredients in it, 100%, no artificial anything. Okay. So with that, because they're natural energy, you got to also have natural energy. So if you're getting love oil from me and you're not at the state of loving yourself, maybe that should be the first thing you focus on with that oil. In fact, maybe we should use that whole oil on the purpose of raising the love vibration and frequency within you, because now you're open to that. So now these herbs that are in that oil are open to giving you that. And the same thing with anything, money. You know, if you're, oh, I got money, but I want to blow it on weed, cigarettes, pack of hair, you know, all that shit. I want to go to the club. I want to buy alcohol. I want to get my nails done, my feet done. Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, okay, you can do all these money rituals all you want to, but you're not at the level or the consciousness to retain money and obtain. It's not about just getting it. It's retaining it and it's obtaining it, right? Getting it, keeping it, and managing it well. So when you do these money rituals, you might actually say, shit, I did a money ritual and a bill popped up. I did a money ritual. Oh, I got a check in the month for 1,500. Hey, hey, hey. And then 2 weeks later, I get a letter saying that my house is about to be repossessed if I don't pay the 1,500. And that right there is an example of you not being equal to that energy. So that's why I think a lot of people are afraid to do energy work and magical stuff, because they're, oh, how do I know? How do I know? Get yourself there first. These things are meant to enhance what is already there. And if you're coming at it halfway, it's going to give you halfway. Okay. And like I said, that's what casework too. Candles and all that good stuff is to enhance the energy and the frequency that's already there and to attract its equal. That's what it's for. This candle is not going to bring you love if you don't have love for yourself or you don't have love around you. And once again, that goes into your environment too. People want to talk about raising frequency, and girl, I did a yoni cleanse, and girl, I eat salads, and girl, I went to the gym, and girl, I slept 9 hours a day. But bitch, your friends are still sour pussies. Your friends are still miserable ass, bitter ass people, which are lowering your vibration. And even going into gossip. Like, people don't know that. When you talk about people, that also lowers your vibration. That's why I catch myself. I speak about things because my people like you who pay for services, you come to me and you say, listen, I got ripped off. I thought this person was doing this type of work, but based on your video, based on your class, they were not doing it, blah, blah, blah. And right there, then I'm going to come out and address, because I have a right to do so. But me to just sit up in my private space, you know, my home, or in my car, or any space that I want to have love and light in it, I'm not going to be just sitting around bored. Girl, could you believe what she said? Girl, oh yeah, the other day, girl, oh, I just want to say this, girl. Did you see that bitch over there at McDonald's? Like, all that shit right there, it drops your frequency. And then you wonder why your money is fucked up. Then you wonder why your body is thrown off. Then you wonder why you got yeast infections and just all this weird shit. Your mind, oh, I can't think. I'm hearing a lot of voices. I'm stuck. So that's why I laugh people say, I'm going on a detox. Detox is not just diet. What about the people you fuck with? Are you cutting off the nigga? Are you cutting off the individuals who don't respect you? Hello? Because that deals with your frequency, and that deals with your endocrine system. That deals with your nervous system. That deals with your heart. That deals with your brain, your pineal gland, your pituitary gland. I mean, let's talk about it. This is why we talk about celibacy when you're doing spiritual stuff. Not all spiritual practices require celibacy, but it's important to detach yourself from people, because that will block you. And a lot of people become more intrigued when that energy is raising up. Okay, when every time I'm going on a detox, honey, girl, I'm telling you, if maintenance mans be sticking their tongues out, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then it hits me. Oh, they get some of that gold dust, honey. How? They smelling some of that gold dust, honey. You ain't getting it. Or let me get the door for you. Okay, that's a little hard one. Sometimes I'm like, no, I'll get the door myself. Or okay, thank you. And a minute, are you single? No, I'm not. I'm happily married. There's a ring finger. Well, this is the ring finger. Because see, this is the closest ring, the closest finger to your heart, but that's for everybody else. This right here is the closest to my heart. Because see, bitch, I like to direct and castigate. So you want to get close to my heart, this is right here. So this is my wedding ring. Yes, honey, cobalt blue. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Or they'll say, you don't got no rings on. Oh, you know what? My ring is currently being cleansed. Yeah. Oh, well, you can do a friend, can you? No, my man is crazy. Yeah, he's a crazy ass Scorpio. And yeah, he's crazy. Very, very. No, there's no friends here. You know, that type of shit. So anyway, It's always about that. So, like I said, next time talk about you're gonna go on a detox, bitch, cut off people too. Okay, hello, okay. The next time someone say I'm going to detox, well, who you? Because I looked on your Facebook, you still talking to that messy ass bitch. Like one of my cousins gonna sit up here and talk about it, and I can talk about it because we talk about this right now. She gonna say, I'm doing some things to change my life. And if you are a part of the change, you will not be seeing my Facebook page. You know, I made another Facebook page just to be nosy. And you know, I got on that Facebook page, and the number one motherfucker that be talking about her is on her friends list, commenting on everything. And I said, should I be messing sitting her not so much to say, well, that's so funny. You talk about you detoxing your life, honey, and you still got that parasitic ass earthworm gym looking ass motherfucker on your friends list. But I said, bitch, that's not my business. Let her detox the way she thinks she detoxing. Okay. Okay, come in here. Ow. Do you have okay? And honestly, the prices for the info on her classes are incredible. You will really get a caught info and should be so grateful because Mystics a really blessing people with some affordable offers. Period. I gotta swipe that girl Blanco, and that's what I think about too. See, I like to offer affordable pricing because I like to get customers and keep customers. You know, maybe you came to me for some casework, right? Because you can afford it, and you said, "Bitch, I got my results." Then now you're like, well, now listen, I got children, and most of my people do got children. They're married, they got children, they're going to college, you know, so they don't have time to be forking out $1,000 or some work that could possibly be. Okay. So now you're like, listen, I want to get casework and I want to take a class. And then now you took that one class. Oh shit, I love that class. Now I want to take another class. Oh shit, I love that. Now you're doing a seminar. So that's what I'm about. I'm about getting the same customers back. New people, I love new people, don't get me wrong, but I'm a little kind of uh, standoffish and really observant to people that are new that hit me up because I'm just like, yeah, there's a lot of shady, grady ass motherfuckers out there. And also just to re-go over things that should already be there, it's a little nerve wracking. You know, it's a little nerve wracking. So I love people who've taken class with me, who've been on my channel, who's done things with me. So you know how I operate. So there's no offense to, you know, oh girl, I got offended because you told me off. But you've been on me for how long? You know how I get down. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and you gonna apply it which way you want to. Hopefully you apply for the good and not the bad. Hopefully you apply for the best and not the worst. Okay. So definitely affordable for you to help yourself win. And also going into this too. So let's say for a good example, if you wanted to take my Summons of Conjuring class. Okay. So that class, I believe it's 99 or 33, depends on if you already took another class on Conjuring, right? Okay. Now, let's say you wanted to summons, just a good example, you wanted to summons, let's say, Benjamin Franklin. And based on your research and your level of experience, you found out that you have to buy $500 worth of product, right? We'll say $250, right? Worth of product, right? Now, based on you taking that class, which you have experience on now, how to correctly and effectively summons or conjure up any type of energy, you now know when you buy these supplies at that 250, it's gonna work because you have the tools needed to get the results that you want. If you never took that class or you don't know anything of the proper way about conjuring, or you just, I'm gonna Google it because they got it on Google. I'm gonna go on YouTube because it's for free. I don't gotta pay shit, I'm gonna get it. And you try that, it doesn't work. Then you're gonna have to buy more supplies to reattempt the exact same process, which is 250 plus 250, right? That's already 500. So in the end, you're actually burning yourself out. That's what I said for me. I like to offer my classes at affordable pricing, just in case you want to get casework. For one, you're not being stopped. But for two, if you want to actually implement what you're learning in this class and actually buy supplies to get in on it, you don't have to say, oh my God, I got to waste some money on supplies. I know for sure it's going to happen. You took the class, you asked all your questions. We crossed all our T's, we dotted our I's. Now all you need is the products and the supplies to do the actual work. So there'll be no excuse. But if you don't know, based off, like I said, you Googling, and like I said, books. If you want me to, and I told this to one of my people, every week she was saying, what about this book? You ever read this book? You ever saw this book? Who told you about this book? Flat out. if you've ever taken a class with me and you've ever got any casework with me and you said, listen, I was reading this book on this and it was saying this and that, I am willing to go over that book with you as we talk about, we call it a customized class. I wanted to go over the book with you and to point out in that book what they did not specifically state, because you cannot do spells and rituals anytime you want to just because you feel like you can. There are energies, there are powers that are always running things, and you got to go according to the law of the spiritual laws. People don't know that. Everybody look at these videos on how to cast spells on people, how to get your man back in one day, guarantee money ritual, how to attract money. And little do people realize that you got to, first of all, understand the spiritual laws behind making money. You got to understand the spiritual laws of keeping and getting money, and also making sure where it stays. Not know, oh, I had $100,000, but where it went. I said the same thing, bitch, before I got into my tea, before I got into my level of conscious, bitch. Bitch, where did that $7,000 go? Where did that $10,000 go, bitch? Where did that 15,000 go? Like, girl, you know what I mean? Now it's like, bitch, okay, now it's steady, and now, bitch, you're seeing it go up, not you seeing it go, then it go down, and go up, then it go down. Nobody want to see that. We want to see this in our lives. We want to see everything go up like a mountain, bitch. I know I'm about that. I'm not about no damn whirlpool, cesspool shit, bitch. I'm about mountains and mountaintops. Oh, come on in here. Hello. So that's what it's about. Investing in yourself to getting real stuff. And like I said, that's why I present classes and I give you the opportunity to ask questions one-on-one. When it's a video presentation live on YouTube and there's a group of people watching, I highly doubt that people are able, especially people who have like 20,000 followers. I doubt if 20,000 people message them every day, they'll be able to get to everybody's message and answer those questions the way that the person needs them to be answered. That's like I said, once again, I offer classes to give you a one-on-one teaching of the subject that you're interested in, and then also give you a one-on-one chance to ask your questions just because you need to, place things together. Oh, well, I got that, but what does this mean? And we go over that, and you understand it, you write it down, and you keep it. And I said before, everybody should have notebooks. You should have that anyway. If you don't have notebooks, honey, you're not really a spiritualist. People talk about gardens and shit. Bitch, show me your witchy books. Oh, come on, your book of shadows. Come on in here. Show me those books. You should have a dream book. You should have a goal book. You should have spiritual experiences. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. And of course, write it down. Write it in something that you probably won't understand or people won't understand. And go back and make reference to, oh, shit, I forgot about it. One of my books I actually misplaced on purpose. And to see a lot of things come into fruition in the year 2019 that I wrote back in the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018, I'm really like, damn, it's amazing. So that's what it's about, okay? Do you have to be in your city to be there to attend? No, my classes are virtual, pretty name. My classes are currently virtually only. I do want to start offering classes in person where you come out and you visit me and I teach, and I also want to eventually travel. But like I said before, when it goes into me going into your city and doing like a webinar or a seminar or a class presentation, I want you to be at a certain level already. So it's kind of like before you go on Family Feud and stuff, they do a test to make sure that you're there. You just can't show up to Family Feud or Jeopardy or The Price is Right. They do pre-tests. I want to do that too. I want to see where your level of conscious is at. So when you get there, you're not like, well, what does the color yellow do? Well, I'm just kind of curious, not to, rain on your parade, but you were talking about Mondays. What does that deal with? See, if you're not ready for that, that's why you need to take a virtual class. Okay, y'all, it's time to go. It's time to go, y'all. It's time to go, y'all. My alarm just went off. So, like I said, it is about getting it. And that's to tell you, I'm offering these classes because there's going to be a time where I won't be on YouTube. You're not going to be able to reach out to me on YouTube. You're only going to be able to reach out to me in person, or if you already have a contact source for me, and that's it. It's going to get to that point because, of course, I kind of thought I was going to get to that point this year because a lot of shit I'm doing in person, I'm like, girl, it's hard to maintain the online and in person because sometimes it counteracts each other. Then you got traffic. Oh my goodness, girl. But like I said, eventually there will be that point. So definitely utilize online classes based on the class you took, because I have a book on every. Hello, come on in here. I'm still waiting for some people to hit me back up. Larry, I'm seeing where some people hit me back up because I know they got class I haven't sent to them yet. But I keep a count of that. Like, oh, okay, this person took 20 classes. Damn, bitch. I offer 25. Okay, this person is ready. Based on what they've demonstrated to me, they're ready. Mystic, I want to go down to Florida and I want to do something by the water. Let's do it. I'm down too. And I know you're ready. I know it's not going to be, okay, we're working together, but I also have to stop and teach you. Like, I like to be prepared in what type of energy I'm going to be in. I don't like to just do things and say, oh, okay, I thought we were working together. I got to teach you how to do it and we're going to do it together. So just come to that there. You're welcome. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, honey. Pretty name Nubis. Nubis have to visit me. Where is he? Anubis is I don't know what he's doing right now. Sleeping, laying down, baby, baby. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's at. Nay, yeah, he might be in this honeycomb thing. I don't know. He's tired. He been up all night. I don't know what he was doing tonight. Last night, I'm sleeping. I wake up 3 hours. He getting up. He coming to sit back down. He woke me up, being all in my face, licking on my nose. Shit. I'm just like, I thought, honey, I thought somebody snuck into my house, girl. Nay, I thought a motherfucker snuck in my house. And I'm like, then I feel his claw, and I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, come over there. I'm just coming to you. Come on, Sierra Bouchard. How you doing? Yes, honey. Ow. Yes, honey. Come on in here. Listen, y'all. Listen, for those of you who are in the necromancy class, I hope you guys got your videos. I'm waiting on those emails because I'm going to send them. Yes. And I say this too. Please, if you're doing casework with me, if you're doing class with me, please check your emails every single day if possible, please. If not every single day, every other day, so that way there's no delay. We've been doing casework. I emailed them their stuff over a month ago. They barely emailed me 2 days ago. And I said, no, we're not doing that. Because now we're doing other stuff. So they barely told me 2 days ago they got the information. I'm just like, girl, we sent that back in October. Like, now if you have any questions, like, girl, I would have to take time out of what I'm currently doing to dig up my notes and say, oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was. No, you should have read that email a month ago, so we wouldn't be dealing with that. So anyway, so like I said, yes, please, if we're doing casework, please check your email every day, just in case I sent you something. And sometimes I'll even call, but please check your email. And yeah, so those, like I said, necromancy, we're doing casework. Like I said, check those emails, and I'll be waiting on your response. If you wait too late, honey, we moving on. I don't know what to tell you, honey. I'm gonna be feeling like Maya. I'll be moving on. Yes, honey. Anyway, let me go, y'all. Love it like honey. Thank you all to my people that came in here. Thank you all for commenting, honey. A special shout out and thanks always to Rico and to Larry. Yes, honey. And of course, there's other people. But y'all know, you know who you are. If you have to question how I feel about you, then maybe you must feel some type of way about me. No, come on, let's come up in here. Because, ow, maybe you feel some type of way about me, honey. Shit. Anyway, bye, everybody. Yes, honey, thank you all for coming by here, honey. Melly, I hope you're doing good too, Melly. Melly, listen, Melly, I hope you're doing good. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, Melly. What you over there doing, Melly? I've been thinking about you a lot. What's going on, Melly? Okay. You're trying to find me a fur baby too. Yes, you need one. Yes, you need a fur baby. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you need get your fur baby. Yes, yes, honey. We're gonna go down to ASPCA. I don't know, ASAPP. Oh, bitch. Girl, I just hate all these damn abbreviations and acronyms and shit. ASACP. Anyway, bitch, American Society Corporation of Pets Anonymous and all the regionals. Bitch, whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go down there to the local animal shelter and we're gonna get baby. We're gonna get him a baby, but we're gonna get a baby. I went in there the other day, the bitch gonna tell me $110. And I said, motherfucker, let me tell you one thing, bitch. You got this dog on the streets and you gonna sell me the dog for $110. Bitch, that's robbing Peter for Paul. Bitch, that's robbing Peter for Paul. How the hell are you gonna find this dog on the motherfucking streets? And you trying to get rid of the dog, ma'am? And to euthanize the dog costs more than $110. And you gonna tell me $110 to take the baby? And y'all almost did it. But I said I'm gonna go back. I almost did it, y'all. It was cute little tan baby. He had this long hair. I'm not really a fan of long hair. He had this long hair, and first he was like, then he started barking, roo, roo. But the way he was barking was like, take me home. I need to get out this motherfucker. And I said, how much for him? 110. He's been chipped. He's been dewormed. He's been neutered. Da da da. Bitch, let me neuter you. Girl, let me neuter your ass, bitch. How about that? See what you feel. Anyway, let me go, y'all. SPCA, come on, pretty day. Okay, is it ASPCA? Okay. So listen. Bye, everybody. Love and light to spiritmystic.blogspot.com, to spiritmystic.blogspot.com. And I'm coming back with a video this week. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. I got something a little special for you guys because I know you guys been having these questions, these ideas, and I just been so busy and I have to get myself in that space. But I purposely did a little thing over this weekend because next week and the following week is going to be very, very busy, and I have just a surprise for you guys. So like I said, thank you to my sponsors. We're going to always say that. Thank you to my sponsors, Rico and Larry, even though they're like, bitch, we're not sponsors. We just do what we did. That's fine. Thank you to my sponsors, Rico and Larry. Like I said, we'll be presenting a video to you guys this week. Anyway, bye, honey. Oh, King of Sheba, while you were tracking your message, type it back. Type it back. You send me email. I'll check it right now. Retype that message, King of Sheba. Coming here all later and stuff, honey. I know that's right. Anyway, y'all. Love y'all, honey. See y'all later. Bye for now.